95.5 WFMS. It's a Tuesday morning. Jim, Deb, and Kevin, the first full day of spring.
Wow.
Yep. And I think it's feels a little bit spring-like, right?
A little bit more, yeah. It's 36 right now, but it's,
What's the high today?
going up to 55.
Yeah. See, that's spring.
So there's a little bit of some spring
Ish.
weather there.
Yeah.
Ish. Yeah, I'd like a little bit more, like push that close to 60.
Got spring showers in the forecast for later in the week.
Yeah,
So, it's kind of springy.
Look at you, Mr. What happened to Kevin? You're all positive and optimistic.
I'm turning over a new leaf.
Really? Only taken 22 years.
And yeah, I'm going to be, I'm done. Okay.
How is it?
I'm negative now.
Let's see. Partly cloudy, as mentioned, 36 as you head out this morning on the first full day of spring on WFMS. Good morning, 6:09 on this Tuesday with Jim, Deb, and Kevin. How about some good news?
All right, how about this? Have you seen the video of the bystander who took down a criminal in New York City
No.
last Thursday?
Wow.
This maniac with two guns was running from cops. So a random guy on the sidewalk got in the guy's way, body checked him into a fence, and held him until police arrived.
Really?
Very brave person, but
Wow.
the bad guy had no idea the guy was going to do that and caught him off guard. A guy in Ohio had his knees replaced, older gentleman, and he'll be in a wheelchair for a while. His daughter wanted to hire someone to build a ramp, a small ramp, so he could get into the door.
Right.
But everyone, all the contractors were either booked up or just too expensive to do it. And then one contractor stepped forward and said, hey, I read this on Facebook, said you're looking for somebody. I'd like to do it this coming weekend, would have been last weekend, and I'll do it for free. The contractor's fiance is recovering from cancer, and he said, I was looking for a way to pay it forward in the community. And they offered to pay him. He said, no, I want to do it for free, and did it over the weekend.
Paid it
See, there are
forward.
still good people in the world.
Absolutely.
95.5 WFMS. Thanks so much for joining us here on a Tuesday morning.
So NASA had a problem with a satellite last week. It wasn't working right. And so they're going to have to deal with fixing it. Of course, that's easier said than done.
Well, sure.
It's in outer space. It's floating around out there. How do you fix a satellite? Well, they just turned it on and off again,
Oh, come
and it
on.
worked.
Really?
No, they just turned it on and off again, and it started working again. And I thought, we've done that with our home computers or our
Reboot.
laptops or something, our
But
phones.
You would think the repairman for NASA would be high paid, well paid.
Yeah.
Well, did you turn it on and off again?
That's what we do
No.
here. That's what
We'll try that. We call that a hard reboot. And that's what they did, and it worked.
And it
So,
worked.
There you
That's
go.
hysterical.
So if it's good enough for NASA, it's good enough for us,
Wow.
evidently.
Yeah, you would think they would have some sort of another procedure to do there.
yeah,
But just,
only somebody who's licensed
Right.
can do something.
Yeah.
Right.
You know.
Just reminds me of the movie Apollo 13, when they had to build some sort of air filtration system, and they threw all the stuff on the table, and they said,
this is what you got.
fix it. This is all you get. Fix it. I just want someone to go, well, did you try turning it on and off again? Maybe that'll work.
It's the standard
Kinda loses it a little
response
bit.
here.
We get that all the time here. Well, just first thing, this isn't working.
You don't have to
Or
call
reboot
engineering
it.
first. Power down, power back on.
Yeah.
And you know what? It usually works.
Hey, it's good enough for NASA. It's good enough for
enough for us.
WFMS.
95.5 WFMS. Good morning. It's 6:39 with Jim, Deb, and Kevin.
Do you guys put stuff and sell stuff on Facebook Marketplace?
I
You
haven't.
Go buy and sell things.
I
I have
Have
a
you?
number of times.
Okay.
Deb, have you?
A couple of times, but I don't feel comfortable.
Yeah, I'm more likely to buy than I am to sell things on Facebook Marketplace. But the police, local police, issued a warning yesterday because they made an arrest in a guy who was robbing people at using Facebook Marketplace. He would be answering their ads. So if you had an ad for a couch that you're selling, he'd show up at your house and rob you.
Wow.
And so they're saying that it's just really be careful in doing those kind of things.
Right.
Obviously, if it's a big piece of furniture, it's a little harder to do, but they recommend, if you at all possible, can make the transition either in the parking lot of a police station, in a very public area, a parking lot of a Meijer. I mean, any place where there's going to be a lot of people around.
Sure.
It's much better. And that's safety on both the buyer and the seller.
Safety in numbers.
Right.
Yeah.
My parents used to always say that.
Right.
But we had a former coworker who would do this and thought nothing of it to have people come to his house for, furniture or whatever.
Yeah.
And I remember asking him, like, "Are you worried they're going to case the place and maybe come back later, see what you have?" And he goes, "Oh, you over worry about those things."
Now, I have,
and I do, but still.
Yeah, no, we've sold some stuff that way. Our Andrea has, and we always tell the buyer, okay, we'll be here. We've got it in the garage, or and my husband can help you load it if you need it. Just just to make sure they know there's going to be multiple people
Yeah.
around, which is
I've always
helpful,
said
I'm
that.
sure.
Like, we'll be here. We'll,
Yeah. Now-
but yeah, it's still nerving.
If you can't go to a public place, they say the porch pickup is the best way. Then the second best way. So you just put it on the porch and say, leave your money in
Kind of on your honor
on
system.
a jar or under the doormat or whatever. So yeah, I bought something once. I was building a play set for the grandkids in the backyard, and someone was selling on Marketplace a slide, one of those big plastic slides. That
Yeah.
And they had never used it. I thought, I could put that. I could add that to the fort that I'm building. And I called the folks or messaged them on Facebook, and they said, it's in the backyard. Just go right back there and get it. I felt kind of weird because I'm literally going through someone's backyard.
Neighbors are reporting you.
Yeah. I'm thinking, well, the neighbor's going to say anything. They said, well, if they do, just tell them you're buying it, and then leave the money on the porch. And so I did.
Wow.
And it worked out okay?
Yeah,
Evidently.
yeah, it worked fine. But anyway, the warning from the police
Be cautious.
is be careful. If you buy anything or sell anything on Facebook Marketplace, just be careful.
95.5 WFMS 726. Jim, Deb, and Kevin. Deb's got your daily dirt. And why is Gwyneth Paltrow getting sued?
Yeah, she didn't have a good week in the headlines last
Uh-oh.
week. People were eating her alive for what she had admitted that she has for lunch every day, which is bone broth. And now this. So we'll share this story in about 30 seconds. First, Julianne Hough is returning to Dancing with the Stars. This time not as a professional dancer. She's going to be a co-host.
Oh, yeah?
She was a judge at one time, too, on that show.
I
So she's
forgot
done
about
everything,
that,
dancing,
yeah.
judging, and now hosting.
Kind of rotating back into a different chair. So that'll be nice. I've always liked her. Remember, she tried her hand at country music for a little bit.
Yeah.
Also, Ashley McBride and Carly Pierce say they still have yet to receive their Grammy statues for their song Never Wanted to Be That Girl. But when it does arrive, they've already got it planned.
Oh.
They're going to have a tea party.
Tea party.
Yeah, Ashley says we're going to, quote, set our awards around and we're just going to drink tea like little girls. I think that's
Pinky
hilarious.
fingers up.
Yeah. Pinky finger up. How do you know about that?
I have girls.
Oh, okay, that's true. Gwyneth Paltrow is expected to take the stand. She'll testify in a hit-and-run trial that kicks off today. Gwyneth is accused of colliding with a man on a ski slope in Utah. She gave him broken ribs and a concussion, apparently. So he's wanting to be reimbursed for that.
Well,
And then some, probably.
he's got a real good story to tell.
Yeah.
He sure does. And she's got one, too. So I think she'll be up on the stand sometime in the next couple of days. 727, that's Deb's Daily Dirt. It's brought to you by Mark Dietel Realty.
It's time for another round. It can't be Deb, and our contestant on the line is Jill. Good morning, Jill.
Good morning, guys.
What side of town you from?
Excuse me, Southside Indy, just a little bit outside of Greenwood.
Just a little outside of Greenwood.
Sure,
Okay,
yeah.
it's God's country down there.
That's
isn't
what
it?
they say.
All right.
Yes.
Well, here's how we play, Jill.
Jill, we're going to ask you 5 questions. We, of course, asked Deb those exact same 5 questions. If you get more right than Deb, hey, you win. But if she gets more right than you, or if she ties you, then she wins because all ties go to Deb. And if you're ready, let's start with question number 1.
Okay, here we go. Question 1. Carrie Underwood still drives the Mustang she won on American Idol in 2005. Now, what automobile company makes the Mustang?
Ford.
Question 2. Commercial fishing is America's most dangerous profession. Now, which one of these is not a type of fishing lure? Is it a spoon, buzzbait, or pocket hole jig?
The second one.
But buzzbait?
Uh-huh.
Okay, question 3. The American Kennel Club named the French Bulldog as America's most popular breed of dog. Now, how do you say thank you in French?
Gracious.
Okay, that's your answer?
Yeah.
Okay. Question 4. A list of the most popular abbreviations people use online is out. BRB, Be Right Back, was number 1. Now, what does ICYMI mean?
Oh, my goodness.
Okay, say those letters
It's
again.
ICYMI.
I see you much in Indy. I don't know.
All right, I like that. Question 5. IU lost to Miami in the NCAA tournament. Now, does IU have a mascot?
Yes.
All right, there's our 5 questions. Let's bring Deb back into the room and see how she does. Well, it's back to Can't Beat Deb. Deb is back into the studio now. And say hello to contestant Jill.
Hi, Jill.
Hey there. Nice to play you.
Yeah, there
Aw.
you go. She's nice.
Nice to have you. Yeah, you're so friendly.
What's one
Jill,
of
I put on my glasses so I could be smarter.
Oh,
Oh,
good.
okay.
Well, let's hope that works. All right, Deb, here we go. Question 1. Carrie Underwood still drives the Mustang she won on American Idol in 2005. What automobile company makes the Mustang?
Oh, it's a Ford.
That's correct. And Jill knew that, too. So everybody scores. It's Deb 1, Jill won.
All right, question
Okay, I got
2.
one.
There you go. Commercial fishing is America's most dangerous profession. Now, which one of these is not a type of fishing lure? Is it a spoon, buzzbait, or pocket hole jig?
Excuse me? It is
Not-
not a fishing lure.
Right. Spoon, buzzbait, or pocket hole jig?
Oh, goodness. I've not heard of any of those. So I'm going to have to go with, I bet a pocket hole jig
Is not one.
is not one.
That's correct.
That sounds like a dumb Kevin term.
It's a woodworking tool, so yeah, that's right. Now, Jill unfortunately guessed buzzbait, but that is a lure. So the score is Deb 2, Jill 1.
All right, here we go. Question number 3. The American Kennel Club named the French Bulldog as America's most popular breed of dog. Now, how do you say thank you in French?
Well, shoot, I took French.
Oh, this should be really easy for you.
What was I doing? I read romance novels in class. Let's see. Okay, so in French, you would say merci.
That's correct. Sadly, Jill said grazie, but I think that might be Italian. So she doesn't get the point. Deb does. It's Deb 3,
Good
Jill
effort.
1. Great effort.
Good
All
try.
right. Question 4. A list of the most popular abbreviations people use online is out. BRB, be right back, was number 1. Now, what does ICYMI mean?
In case you missed it.
Oh,
That's correct.
Yeah,
Totally
I know.
impressed.
I know my
I'm
verbiage
very impressed.
online.
Now, Jill, I like Jill's answer better. She was, I see you much in Indy. I like that one.
I did too.
I like
But
it.
sadly, I can't give her the point. I have to give Deb the point.
But
so
she's
it's
creative.
Deb 4, Jill 1. You know what? I'm going to go ahead and give her a point for being
Give her a
creative.
point. Yeah, that's
Oh,
how you do
wow.
that. Yeah, there you go.
It's Deb 4, Jill 2. Jill, I'm going to give you a point for that.
I'll
anyway.
allow it.
Here we
well,
go.
you're awesome.
Question 5. IU lost to Miami in the NCAA tournament. Now, does IU have a mascot?
Does IU have a mascot? It does not.
That's correct. It doesn't. Jill thought it did. So Deb gets. Wait a minute. Did Deb
run the board?
Deb got 5. Jill got 2. Oh, once again, Deb ran the. We
Ran the
got to make
table?
these questions harder.
Right. We're
We
calling
have to make them
Einstein.
harder.
from now
Or
on.
I'm just too
Jill,
smart.
despite being a very nice person from the south side of Indy,
Very.
you didn't have what it takes to beat Deb. At least not today.
Well, I had fun, and this is Jill from Indy, and I cannot beat Deb.
There we go.
Aw.
Oh, don't
So
you feel
nice.
bad? I feel bad now.
I feel
I do
guilty.
too. You should
Right.
feel bad, Deb. Go stand in the corner for a while.
I enjoyed it. So.
All right, if you'd like to be a contestant on Can't Beat Deb, just go to the website, WFMS.com. We'll get you all signed up. 95.5 WFMS for Jim, Deb, and Kevin. Kevin's got your National News Now. A big announcement from Luke Combs.
Yeah, I'll get to that in about 30 seconds. Nash News Now, sponsored by Window Nation. Ashley McBride and Carly Pierce still haven't received their Grammy statues for Never Wanted to Be That Girl.
Yep.
But when they do arrive, they said they're going to have a big party. Well, kind of a big party. Ashley says we're going to drink tea like little girls and have a tea party.
Love it.
I like that, yeah.
Brothers Osborne had to back out of a benefit concert last night in Tennessee because John's wife, Lucy, went into unexpected labor. Well, labor, but unexpectedly. A little earlier than
We
they
got it.
expected.
Yeah.
She's expecting twins. And they say it could happen at any
And that
moment.
could go
now.
early, yeah.
Yeah, it could go early now. And speaking of that, Luke Combs and his wife, Nicole, are expecting another child.
Really?
It's a boy, and
So there you
the
go,
boy
huh?
is due in September. Their son, Tex, will be turning 1 in June. So they're going to have those babies pretty close
No
together.
kidding, yeah.
A lot of reproducing. going on.
Congratulations to them as
Yeah.
well. That's your Nash News Now.